So today we shall discuss chapter 6, that is sequence and series. So first of all, let us discuss about what is sequence. So sequence is an arrangement of numbers. Arrangement of numbers according to a certain fixed rule. Okay, so suppose if I write 1 2 3 4 like up to 10. Okay, so this is a sequence of numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6. So what are the certain fixed rule maintained here? It is that the difference between any two consecutive number is same. Suppose 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1, 4 minus 3 equals to 1, like this. That is the difference between any two consecutive number is same. So this is what the fixed rule maintained here. Now if I write 2 4 8 16 32 like this up to suppose it be an infinite series. Okay, so it will goes like this. So what is the fixed rule maintained here? It is that 4 by 2, if I write this 4 by 2 is 2, this 8 by 4 is 2, 16 by 8 is 2. So this is the certain fixed rule here. Okay, so now I will discuss about, now this each and every number is called a term. Suppose this one is first term, this one is first term here, this is second term, like this. It is denoted by like this. The different numbers in the sequence are called the terms of the sequence. Suppose this one is first term, second term, third term, fourth term, like this. Okay, now finite and infinite sequence. What is finite sequence? Finite sequence is nothing but, suppose if I write 1 2 3 up to 20, so it stops here, this sequence stops here up to 20, so this is countable, so this is a finite sequence. Okay, suppose 2 4 8 up to 64, so this is also a finite. Okay, this is also a finite sequence. Now what is infinite sequence? Infinite sequence is, suppose 1 2 3 up to infinity, so this is an infinite sequence. That's all. Now I will discuss about arithmetic progression. What is arithmetic? So what is arithmetic progression? If in a certain sequence, the definition is, if in a certain sequence the difference between two consecutive terms are constant, the sequence is known as AP, means arithmetic progression. This is what, if in a certain sequence the difference between two consecutive terms are constant. Suppose if I write 2 4 6 8 10 12 up to suppose 100, so this is a finite sequence. The sequence may be finite or infinite, that is not an issue here. It may be finite or it may be infinite. Here I have taken an example of a finite sequence where 2 4 6 8 10 12 up to 100. So this is the sequence of even numbers, isn't it? Now difference d1, if I write, that is 4 minus 2, the difference between first two terms, it is 2 here. Difference d2, 6 minus 4, that is also 2. d3, that is 8 minus 6, it is also 2. And d4, that is 10 minus 8, this is also 2. So the difference between any two consecutive number is the constant. So this is the main criteria for an sequence to be in AP, that is the difference between any two consecutive numbers must be constant, and that difference is called the common difference. Common difference, normally denoted by D, and here it is 2. And the first number written is called first term, normally denoted by A. So an AP series is written as A plus D, A plus 2D, like this, where A is the first term and D is the common difference. Now, so this is our AP series. AP series or AP sequence is like this: A plus D, A plus 2D, like this. Now if I talk about nth term, means this is the first term, this is the second term, third term, like this. The first term is A, second term is A plus D, third term is A plus 2D. What will be the nth term? Suppose 19th term will be what? So we don't know. So let us write the general nth term formula is an equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. So from here only we can find the first term. First term will be, if we put n equals to 1, we get first term, that is a equals to a1. If I write, it will be a plus 1 minus 1 into d, that is a, which is nothing but our first term. So if you are interested to find the second term, it will be a2, where a plus 2 minus 1 into d equals to a plus d. To find the second term, you have to put n equals to 2 in the general formula of nth term, a plus n minus 1 into d. So see, a plus d is the second term, a plus d I have written the second term. Like this, a plus 2d will be the third term, and nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d. Now there are some properties of an AP series. Properties of AP series. Suppose this is our AP series A plus D, A plus 2D, like this. So if a fixed, first property will be, if a fixed non-zero number is added to each term of an AP, then the resulting progression is also an AP. Means if a fixed non-zero number is added to each term of an AP, then the resulting progression is also an AP. Suppose this is our AP series. AP series A plus D, A plus 2D, like this. Now if I add one constant fixed non-zero number is added to each term. Suppose k is the fixed number. If I add, the new series will be what? Will be A plus k, A plus D plus k, A plus 2D plus k, like this. So here the first term will be A plus k, and if I subtract A plus D plus k minus A plus k, so D will be what? A plus D1, suppose this minus this, So this a k get cancelled, d. Here also if you subtract this from this, you will get again the common difference d. So this series is also an AP series. Okay, new AP series. You will get another AP series having the first term as a plus k. If you add the number k number, if you add, then the first number will be a plus k and the common difference will be d. So what the main thing is that if a fixed non-zero number is added to each term of an AP, then the resulting progression is also an AP. This is the property of an AP series. Similarly, if a fixed non-zero number is subtracted, if I write here or subtracted from an AP, then the resulting progression is also an AP. Suppose a minus k minus, so again you will get, it will be minus, it will be plus, it becomes, so ultimately common difference will be d. So the thing is that if a fixed non-zero number is added or subtracted to each term of an AP, then the resulting progression is also an AP. This is the property of an AP series. Similarly, the second property, if I talk about, it is if each term of a given AP is multiplied by a given non-zero fixed number, then the resulting progression is an AP. Means if you suppose a plus d, a plus 2d, like this was your initial AP series. If the constant non-zero number is k, and if you multiply this series with k, so a k, a plus d into k, a plus 2d into k, like this, the series will become like this. So what will be the common difference? It is a plus d into k minus ak, which is ak plus dk minus ak, which is dk. So common difference will become dk. K is that fixed number that we have multiplied with the initial AP series. So the thing is that if each term of a given AP is multiplied by a given non-zero fixed number, the resulting progression is an AP. Similarly, multiplied or divided means a divided by k, a plus d divided by k, a plus 2d divided by k. If you do like this, then that series also will be an arithmetic progression. Now what is arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean, suppose two numbers a and b are there. Okay, so AM means arithmetic mean of a and b is written as a plus b divided by 2. This is the arithmetic mean of a and b. Now sum of an arithmetic progression. Suppose a plus d, a plus 2d, AP series is like this, a plus 2d, like this, up to suppose nth term. Okay, so sum of all this term is denoted by s. It is nothing but n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. It is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula of sum of the arithmetic progression. N is the number of terms, a is the first terms, d is the common difference, and n is the number of terms that I have already told you. So this is the formula for sum of an AP series. Okay, thank you.